recording?
Yep.
Okay. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
First off, we'd like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us. Also would like to say peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, the occupant pushing his word and all sincerity and faith throughout the four corners of the earth. So before, we started recording, we was just chopping it up, and I was just telling these brothers about the expectation that we have of the end game, so to speak, which really is just a so-called end, because really it's the end of the wicked rulership and then the beginning of the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be an everlasting kingdom.
That's right.
So it's a beautiful time that we in, even though brothers catch hell, we got the damn devil still ruling over us. Everything's just all out of order in this place. We can see the ends in sight. So for those men that are in the know, it's a beautiful time. Brothers really should be joyous in the spirit to praise the Most High and go even harder for this word.
That's right.
And take heed to what's going on, because you know. Matter of fact, go ahead and get it, Father.
This is Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11.
Yep.
Verse 11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord.
Right, so the Lord, he knows the thoughts that he thinks towards us. And it's really talking about the apple of his eye, Israel, and furthermore, the elect, man.
All right.
So the Lord has us in pocket. Go ahead.
For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil.
Thoughts of peace and not of evil, because right now we're in an evil time. Evil means bad time. We're in a bad time. All amounts of tribulation, all of the prophecies that spell out the collapse of Great Babylon is happening, man.
Right.
And then when Yahweh Shai return, the icing on the cake, thermonuclear destruction, the chariots laser beaming this place. But guess what? For the elect, it's a flip side to the token. Everything is going to be evil for the majority of these people, but for the elect, there's going to be peace. There's going to be safety. Deliverance is coming for the Lord's select. Go ahead.
That's right. Thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
To give you an expected end. So we already know what to expect, man. We know how this thing is going to play out. That's why our brothers in their daily lives and how we deal with these heathens and chiefly Esau, it shouldn't really be a big deal at this point. You should know how to deal and navigate your way through this society, man, because we got the playbook. We got the cheat codes.
Yep.
We got an expectation of the end, man.
Sir.
We basically can see our ways keenly. The scriptures talk about in Isaiah, the 60th chapter, that this is a land of gross darkness, but we got the light, man.
Yep.
We got a clear expectation of what's going to come. In 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, it talks about Yahweh Shai, he's going to return like a thief in the night.
That's right.
But that's to those that are asleep, that are not watching, that don't have an expectation. But us, we got the expectation. We can take heed to our ways so that we can be saved. We can put ourselves in the best position to receive mercy.
That's right.
It's like if you're a fighter, right? Or rather, somebody get hit with a knockout punch that wasn't even paying attention. That usually is a punch that just sends them completely knocked the hell out. But if someone knows that punch is coming, there's all types of options that you have now. You can maybe try to slip the punch, maybe just move one step here and there, maybe try to block it, parry it. You got options to take power off the punch, or either just miss the punch all together. But the majority of America, as we know it, they're about to get sucker punched, man.
Yep.
They're about to get club punched out.
That's right. If I can say this too, just to land back on what the brother's going into, man, just like it says in Matthew, talks about how for us it was given. To them it wasn't given. That's why Yahweh Shai spoke to them in parables, man.
Right.
Okay? Because we already know what to expect coming forward. It's like a movie that how like you already seen a movie before and you know the end, what the end is coming. You know what I'm saying? So you already know what to expect moving forward.
Right. It's like, on that note, it's like if you already seen a movie or something, you know how the end gonna play out. It may be a certain part in the middle that's kind of boring to you. Shit, you be like, fuck this, I'll fast forward. Because I already know what's gonna happen. I already got an expectation of what I want to see happen. And that's what brothers in the spirit, we feel like we already got an expectation in our mind of what we want to happen. That's why we hasten the day of the Lord. A lot of people, when you bring that topic up, the end game, the day of the Lord, I don't really want to talk about that right now. I want to just live for the moment,
Yep.
But we live for the end, because really we know that that's really the beginning.
Yep.
Go ahead, Al.
All right. This is back in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 12. It says, Then shall you call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you.
Right.
And ye you want to speak on that?
Right, and the Lord is hearkening to his elect, man, you know, who are obedient and making their bodies a living sacrifice to preach this word. These are all ways of us setting ourselves to be redeemed, man, because we have that expectation of what the Most High wants, what he's looking for. Go ahead.
Verse 13, and ye shall seek me and find me.
And ye shall seek me and find me. That's why the scripture says in Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, seek the Creator in the days of thy youth while the evil days come not. Because we're trying to get peace rather than evil. Right. We already got the expectation, so we can't squander the expectation. Here it is. You know a big-ass storm is about to come, and you got a house, and you got crops, and you got certain things on your land that need to be protected from the storm, and you just sitting back chilling. You know? You're not taking advantage of that expectation. You know the storm coming, man, but you ain't going to get your house in order. How much so your spiritual house? Right. You know? Because there's a storm coming. Yep. Evil times is coming to the earth, but we already know it. So it ain't no excuse for us to really be playing games and taking things lightly as we go down the stretch for the time coming that much closer.
Yep. Because we're watching, man. You
exactly.
know, the men of the Lord, you know, the hopeful elect, they watching, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they already know the hasten of the day. They already know, just like this brother was saying, man. You know, that storm is coming, but we already prepared because we have the blueprint. Right. All right. And if for you people that are not taking heed, man, you know, woe unto you. Yep. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Matter of fact, please go ahead and get that in 2nd Ezra, 9th chapter.
I got you. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
And that's part of that great expectation, expectation. The Most High spake of these things even before the beginning, man. But really before the creation of what we know as the world, man. Right. These things were already spoken through the mouth of the Heavenly Father. It just had to play out through a dispensation of time to manifest in the flesh, man. Right. Really, when you think about it, America it's been destroyed in the spirit. It just has to already play out. So when you think about things like that, on that level, the expectation of what we're looking for, it makes you fight that harder for it. You know?
Yeah, it's already written in Revelations.
Get whole second.
About what's going to happen.
Peter 1.
It tells you about the destruction of the daughter of Babylon. You know, and then we believe that these words are true. So, and then you read Matthew 24th chapter, and Yahweh told you all these things must come to pass before the end. You know, roughly paraphrasing.
You can read a verse up after you finish.
Okay.
I'll talk about what you just said.
Okay. You want me to read verse 3? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Damn. Yahweh mentioned that in Matthew 24 chapter.
Yeah.
You know, so verse 4 it says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
Right, and that's really just talking about the prophecies, which we have the clear expectation of the prophecies with the chip. That's why we like, damn, Esau, get with the business. Because we want everything to speed up so we can get our kingdom, man.
Out of here.
We already know what's going to happen. We already know how it's going to play out. All of these things that was spoken of by the Most High from the beginning. All the rumors of wars, all the tribulation in the earth, man.
And that's why the prophets were so confident.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they were so adamant about what they believed in. You know, they were like, man, this is gonna happen. No matter what you do to me, no matter what you do throughout the whole earth, the word of Yahweh is gonna come to pass.
That's right.
Like if I can say this too, that goes right directly into Romans 3:3. I mean, it's you know, just because somebody don't believe that, it's still gonna happen. It's still gonna happen. Okay, whether they like it or not, whether they believe it or not, or whether they want it to happen or not, man. That's right. Because it was written aforetime for us to prepare, and we already know it's going down. Because the prophecies, man, they're literally happening and unfolding right in front of our very eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it should be a spirit booster for you in the spirit big time, man.
Exactly.
All right? Go ahead,
right. So we're prisoners of hope, and the reason why is because of that expectation that was given to us, man. You know, it's like if so-called Christmas is coming up, these holidays. It's like a parent tell his kid, "We'll get you that PS. What's the 5 or the 6 out right now?
Something like that.
PS5.
Last time.
Yeah, on the PS4 now. I thought they was coming out with a 5, but oh well. The PlayStation, you tell your son he gonna get that PlayStation, he gonna be looking he gonna be expecting that time frame to come to where he can receive that gift. And really, that's what we're waiting on in the spirit, to receive the gift of deliverance and then get the kingdom, man. We expected it, so we're gonna do everything to put ourselves in a position to get it, you know? Because we already know how everything gonna play out leading up to that point, you know?
Right. Okay, verse 4 says, "Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning."
Right.
For like, verse 5, "For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning, and an end, and the end is manifest."
So all things in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, which we know the kingdom of heaven is going to be without end. It's going to be everlasting. But it's talking about the end of the wicked rulership, man. It's talking about the end of this world and the establishment of the new world to come that's going to be played out on the planet Earth, man. That's why you should look forward to the end, not being sad about the so-called end. Really, it's the beginning, you know?
Yeah, because if you read Luke, the first chapter, it talks about Yahushua having that kingdom that's going to last forever. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when is that going to happen? You know, where is that at? You know, the scriptures say that if the scripture's talking about that, the kingdom that's never going to end, then where is it at? You know what I'm saying? And if Yahushua is going to be the, you know, you have Yahushua and then you have Israel as the main governing body. You know what I'm saying? So when has that happened? That's a prophecy that still has to be fulfilled.
That's right.
You know, that's what we're waiting on, man. That's what we hope for. You know, that's why it says the scripture in Hebrews, it talks about faith being how's the word the evidence not seen. Right. And the things that we hope 11 for. Chapters 11:1. Right. You know, that's what we're hoping for. You know. Right. You know, even though these things are written in the scriptures, we haven't seen them with our own eyes. Right. You know, we believe in those things and we have faith that those things are going to come to pass. Exactly.
In Romans the 8th chapter, it talks about having an earnest expectation. We have an earnest expectation for the kingdom. Jake talk about their kings and that they want rulership and dominance. But guess what? In order for you to get all of these beautiful things that the Most High promised us, this shit got to go down. Right. It got to be an end to this. It has to be an end. You should embrace the end of this, man. Anybody that don't want the end of this shithole, you ain't in your right mind, man.
This place got to get Thanos, man.
Where you at, verse?
Real talk.
Read 5 and 6, I think.
This is back in 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 5. It says, "For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest."
Right, so the end is being manifest as we speak in this word. As the prophets speak the word of the Heavenly Father, the end is being manifest that much more quicker.
That's right.
The days are speeding up for the elect's sake, like it talks about in Matthew the 24th chapter. Keep going.
Verse 6, it says, "Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in the wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs."
Right, and endings and effects and signs. And the Most High is showing all types of miraculous signs through the Spirit to show us that we're getting that much more closer to the end.
That's right.
That's why the scripture says measure the time at the top of that chapter, man. How do you measure the time? Watching the prophecies, watching the signs from the heavens that the Most High shows us, man. That's how we can know. That's how we can measure that. Hey, we'll be that much more closer. We're really in that time that, hey, it's about to pop off. We're in the end of this thing, you know?
Locked in.
Read that again, Bob Kushaw.
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 6. Verse 5. So verse 6.
Yep.
"Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs."
Somebody get 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter. And endings and effects and signs, man. So that's how the Lord's fair. That's how he shows his elect that the days that we're looking for the returning of our Savior is that much more closer. That's why the scripture says in Romans the 13th chapter, awake out of sleep, for your salvation is nearer than when you believe, man.
That's right.
You know?
Right around the corner.
Go ahead and get that real quick, 2nd Ezra the 5th chapter. Because we're talking about those signs. That's what paints the direction arrow, like, hey, we that much more closer to the end. Right at the top, yo.
2nd Ezra 5:1. "Nevertheless, as concerning
the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number.
Right, it says, behold, as concerning the tokens, what's another word for a token? A sign. Israel seeketh a sign. Even though the Most High is showing all type of miraculous signs and things being played out in the earth, man, only the elect is really going to take heed and move accordingly, man, through faith.
Right.
And that's why the multitude, the majority of this world is going to be taken away in a great number, man, because they don't have that clear expectation that we have.
Right.
Through that clear expectation, through the fear of the Most High, we persuade men. That's why we out here preaching, man.
That's right. That's right. Making our bodies a living sacrifice, man.
Because we know what can happen if we don't. We already got the expectation of what our Father can do to us if we're not obedient, man.
Yep.
We ain't trying to be taken away in a great number. Read it again, Baba
Sean, Second Edges 5:1, it says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden,
Right.
and the land shall be barren of faith.
And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. So everybody don't have the expectation that we have, man.
Yep.
That's why what we do, it looks foolish as hell to everybody, man.
When those times come, all these Christians, supposed Christians, man, they're gonna, all that belief and everything's gonna go out the window, man.
Right.
You know, they're gonna be like the rest of these 2/3 and these other heathen nations, man. They're gonna be lost in the sauce, like it was said, you know. And then the only thing, the only faith that's gonna be found is in the elect.
Yep.
You know, those true men that believe.
That's right. They're going to be coming and looking for answers then, and they ain't going to find it, man.
Right.
You know, like the scripture said, they're going to be looking and they ain't going to find it.
Exactly. And it's happening right now.
Yep.
Look what's going on with the YouTube restrictions and regulations that's coming, man. That right there paints the sign that the Lord is about to take this word off of the mainstream, man.
Right.
And then it's going to come to a point they're going to be trying to move us off these corners, man.
Yep.
That's going to bring in the famine of the
Famine of
word.
the
So
word.
this word really finna be hid, you know?
Yep.
And then people are going to be taken away in a great number, and the land is completely going to be barren of faith, even more so. And the Lord is purposely setting it up this way, man.
Yep.
You know, He's closing the door.
That's the spirit. It's closing time, baby.
The doors of grace are closing up, man. It's time to get into this thing or just wait for the destruction, pretty much, man.
That's right.
You know? And then that's why Yahweh Shah also said, shall I find faith when I return, man? Most of this world, they don't have any faith in the Heavenly Father. Even these fake, so-called phony baloney Christians, man. They don't believe in the Heavenly Father. They don't believe in these prophecies. If so, they'll be taking heed. They wouldn't be celebrating Christmas and Thanksgiving.
That's
so
right.
on and so forth, man.
That's right.
If I can just say something, man, it's just like y'all be saying, man. Our people got that popcorn, that microwave mentality, man. They think just because something don't happen then and there, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen, man.
Right.
Okay, just like with the chip, man. Okay, the chip not gonna be implemented, but we see now, man, that it's pushing towards that, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, prophecy happened over a dispensation of time, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they go through some hell, and then they start questioning the Most High, man. Like what did I do? Like, why is God doing this to me? You know, I've been going to church every week. You know why? You know, but not having understanding of the scriptures, man. Knowing that the reason that the Most High puts us through hell is to test us.
Exactly.
But they're not gonna be. They're going at the end of the day until the time of Jacob's trouble, man. These people gonna be tested to where they can't handle it. You know, but only the elect are gonna be understand and endure those times until that time comes. And then they're going to be able to endure.
Exactly.
You know, because they went through those trials and tribulations.
Right.
So to where they became pretty much immune.
Right.
You know, to where they're going to be able to handle that.
That's right. Because we got an expectation of how it's all going to play out at the end either way. That's why we go through what we go through. Yep. You know, it's just like a fighter or something. He already know he's going to win the fight and then get a big purse, get a big bag to change his whole life and his family's life. You go through that training camp. You know, you'll go through that grueling 12-round match if it's a fierce opponent. You know, you'll do whatever you got to do to get to the other side because you already got an expectation of the benefits and the rewards you're gonna reap for going through what you got to go through.
God,
that's why.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, that's that preparation that this brother's talking about, man. When you know you got your opponent, just like you were saying, if your opponent has a hard left hook or he likes to go to the body, you're gonna preparation for them to hit you in the body so you can take it, so you can withstand that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what we're doing out here.
Okay, I got a precept. Okay, so all right, we all know the story of the 7 sons and the mom that got put to death. You know, in 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter, right? And then the reason they went through that because they understood. You know, they knew what was going to happen, but they were willing to die and suffer through all that, right? So look, I'm gonna read this. The 2 Maccabees 7, verse 30. So this is the mother speaking, right? It says, while she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, "Whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses."
Mm-hmm. And right, and the reason they were that obedient unto that because they had an expectation of the outcome after, man. Most likely he knew about reincarnation and that the spirit never dies, so he like, fuck it. If I gotta go in this flesh, so be it, man. I already got an expectation of the will of the Heavenly Father at the end of the day. And that's the same stead that the elect is gonna come in today, man. Regardless of all the adversity that's coming up against us and the risk and the threats that are on our lives, man, we got an expectation of how it's gonna play out. So that's gonna compel us to keep pushing, man.
That's right.
And stand firm on what we truly believe in, man. Go ahead.
Pure faith.
It says, verse 31, it says, "And though thou hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews, shalt not escape the hands of Yahweh."
Right, and Satan is going to come with great wrath because he knows he has a short time. That's the prophecy in Revelation 12. We got a fierce opponent, like we was making a boxing analogy. So we got to be prepared to fight the fiery darts of Satan, like it talks about, I think, in Ephesians the 6th chapter, man. Whatever little devices Satan is going to throw at us, the elect men, through that preparation, through the expectation that we already have, we're going to be ready, man. You don't got to get ready if you stay ready. Because Jake think it's going to be like a magical switch that you just going to turn on in the midst of all the tribulation and the hell that's coming, man. No, you got to mentally, spiritually prepare right now, man.
That's right.
You know? That's why even, I know more so is mentally and spiritual. That's why the scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time. We ain't gonna bug out when certain things happen because we already been preparing our mind, but even physically too. Because brothers be getting into the routine of doing fasting. You got people in America, man, they can't even go a couple of hours without putting something to their damn mouth, man, without bugging out. But we, through that preparation of fasting, we'll be able to go a week or so without food and not really bug out, knowing that the Lord is gonna have something sent right our way whenever we feel we can't go anymore, you know?
That's right. That's why he puts us through trials right now, man.
Exactly.
You know, whether, hey, man, it could be a bill or something, you know, you can be on your, got to pay rent, man, and you through, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Hey, that flesh gonna call out, hey, man, you know, you will sit there and be worried, man, you know what I'm saying? But he's putting us through this trial right now, man, for us to, like the brothers going to work on, man, hey, man, trusting in him, man. Okay, so we got to look to the Heavenly Father no matter what situation we're going through, man.
Exactly.
This is the time when he's getting us prepared for it, man. I got a quick one, bro.
Go ahead.
This 2 Ezra 16 and 40. "Oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evil, so like it says, in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth." Okay, it says, "Oh, my people, hear my word, man, hearken. Listen unto the Heavenly Father, man." Okay, and the elect is doing that, man. We're preparing ourselves. We're making ourselves ready for the battle, man. Okay, like the brother said, the steps that we're doing, whether it be from fasting, man. Okay, just overall having that connection, that relationship, that personal relationship with the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, and you know, and learning to trust Him, man. No matter what goes on, man. Okay, but these people are not, man. They living every day, man. Going to work all week just to come downtown and blow fucking money and party, man.
Right.
You know,
they don't want this to end. Can you read that verse that you had read?
Come. It says,
you started off at?
Come. It says 2 Ezra 16 and 40. "Oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth."
Right. And it says, even be as pilgrims upon the earth, man, meaning just passing through. This is really just a temporary work site for the nation of Israel, man. This ain't the end all be all, which it is the end of this kingdom. But something new is about to be established. Jake think this is it, man.
Yep.
Like, it can't get no better than your precious daddy Esau's kingdom, man.
Right.
You know? Christmas after Christmas, 2065 Christmas. You know?
Right.
No, man. We just passing through this whole, man. Of course, brothers, through the spirit, we was talking about that earlier. You be wise. You try to excel to the best of your ability. Whatever the Most High put in your hands, you flip it.
Kind.
But we ain't relying on this place, man. We got faith in the will of the Heavenly Father coming to pass.
That's right.
You found it?
Kind.
Go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 13 and 14. For here we have no continuing city.
Right, for here we have no continuous city, man. There, what it say in Psalms 49:11, the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. Nah, man, the Most High about to beat the brakes off this place. He gonna put it to an end.
That's right.
You know?
That's
So
right.
here, we don't have a continuous city. We don't have a rest place. It tells you that in Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, because this is not your rest.
Yes.
Jay, cool,
God.
man. You know? Like, here it is. We in that holiday, that swing mode. Jay could just deplete all their resources. Then, okay, it's bounce back time, the tax time that came out to January.
Yeah.
So Jake, they're in that level right now. Jake really lit right now, you know what I'm saying? Jake on gas, like these niggas say now.
Yep.
You know?
Finally at an all-time
Finally
high.
at an all-time high. Jake really fooling themselves. The selfie rates is about to go up, man. Go ahead, brother. Salaki.
Kind. For here we have no continuing city,
Uh-huh.
but we seek one to come.
Going back to that expectation, man. But we seek one to come, man. We ain't looking for to build no big stake in this place and for this land to prosper and for me to see this brother's daughter get married and all kind of shit like that, man.
Kind.
You know, we seek one to come. We seek Yahweh Shah. Matter of fact, get Isaiah 61 real quick. We're talking about the acceptable year. You know what I'm talking about? Let's sit on that. This is what we waiting on. You can just start at the top, matter of fact. I'm just rolling the spirit too, man.
Start at the top.
Yeah, just start at the top.
Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1.
Because Jake got a real slave mentality. I know it's kind of, the spirit's kind of switching gears, but it's all relative, man. Because we talking about the end, and this niggas more so that want to keep this place afloat more than any other nations, man. And these other nations know this place through.
Yep.
When it talks about in Jeremiah 51:7, they would have healed Babylon. That really applies to Jake. Who is the biggest consumers during this time of the year, man? The brokest people on the planet Earth spending the most money. That don't add up, man.
Yep.
They keeping this place afloat. Literally, if our people was to repent, man, this place would fall overnight, man. Go ahead, out.
This is Isaiah 61, verse 1. It says, the Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
And that's what the Lord, through the Spirit, anointed the elect to be able to do, to preach. Which another word for preach is prophesy. Tell you what's going to happen before it happens. Good tidings, another word for good tidings is what? Good news, which is the gospel, which is not for everybody, right? That's why everybody can't rock to the melody of the beat of this song that we're playing, man. They're going to be taken away in a great number like we just read earlier, man. They can't see it. They just can't see it. Go ahead.
He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives.
Right, to proclaim liberty to the captives. But niggas want to stay locked up, man. You got niggas like in the world, they got a real prison mentality. They'll get out of prison and then find a way to go right back because their mind is so programmed to that prison lifestyle, man. They can't even handle freedom. You know? So the Lord, he's proclaiming liberty to the captives, but Jake want to stay in a slave captive mindset under their oppressor forever, man. Going to work every day.
Hey, Jake think this freedom, man.
Yeah,
Jake think this is freedom, man. They think just because they can get up and walk out their door and go get some food that they're free, man.
That's right,
You know, when you're not, man. Okay, this is an illusion, man.
That's
you
right.
know.
This is a synthetic reality. This is a Matrix, man. I'm gonna have to go watch that movie Matrix again, man. That movie was hella deep, especially as you get more experience in this faith, man. Like, damn, this is what we really living out.
Yep.
You know?
They're coming out with a new one.
Yeah. 4.
But, all right, so this is back in Isaiah 61, verse 2, continuing verse 1. It says, he has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
And that's who, guess who is bound, man? Like it talks about in Baruch, the 3rd chapter, man. We're yet this day in our captivity, man, being subject to payments. Even though we don't have physical shackles and chains, we have that illusion of freedom. We ain't free. And on top of all of that, man, Esau is about to introduce what? The mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, man, to have complete control and rule over you, man.
Roll out
So it ain't no freedom in this place, man. That's why another reason why you should want the end of this society. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, Esau has set up this society to where he has got you in not physical shackles, but in mental
spiritual,
and spiritual, and to where literally he owns you.
Right.
You know,
financial debt.
Yeah, your social security, your birth certificate. You know, you gotta have an ID. You gotta have certain permits to do certain things, and you can't even do things. Even if you own your own land, for example, or a house, for example, you can't grow nothing back there.
And you gotta pay property tax.
You gotta go ask him. You gotta go pay him. Or you gotta anything that you so peradventure you want to do. You know, you gotta go ask permission from Esau, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How is that freedom? That's not freedom at all, man.
Right.
You know, you got in certain places you can't even talk, man. You gotta ask permission to talk a certain way. Okay? Yeah. How is that freedom? Jake has that slave mentality, man, to where they just, you know, they'll keep going on and get so comfortable with this lifestyle that they can't see past it, man.
Right.
That the Most High has something extraordinarily better for us, man.
Right.
Okay.
They don't think it can get no better than this, man.
Right.
You got you a Android phone, a bag of weed, an ugly ass big booty bitch you can go smack off on. Jake think that's it. I'm in the kingdom, man. I can play Madden 2022. Because Jake mind, they already thinking about Madden 22. They ain't looking for the Lord to come back. They looking how better the turbo gonna be on Madden 2022.
Even though we making them mad as hell, every game that be coming out, making mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? You can't even collect rainwater. You can literally get arrested for collecting rainwater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you do something to where you can make your own profit, Esau's gonna come in.
He gonna swoop in, man.
You know, he's gonna do like, hey, for example, let's say you have some little kids selling lemonade. They can't sell lemonade unless they have a permit.
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn.
Right.
My kid can't go out there and do his own, you know?
That's why he coming with the chip, though.
He can't get cut.
It's still right now like a little black market, you know, under the table businesses that Jake and even other nations is involved in, man. But Esau, he gonna cut that out. If he can't get a hand in the transaction, man, he has a major problem with that.
Right.
And he's finna set his whole system up to work out that glitch. You know? Go ahead.
He requiring his. Esau requiring his.
Right.
He ain't gonna get cut out. He gonna be the middleman of everything.
Right. That's right. Go ahead.
Back in Isaiah 61 verse 2, it says, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
Right, that's the point that I wanted to get. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, man. That's the time we looking for, man. We looking for the Lord to come back, man.
Right.
We already have an expectation of what's going to happen. The scriptures do say through much tribulation we shall enter into the kingdom. We know we're going to go through hell. Our lives are going to drastically change. Some brothers might have to take death, have to be martyrs, however it may be. But we know, our spirit knows that in the end it's all going to work to the good.
Yep.
We looking for the acceptable year of the Lord, man, to clean up this mess.
Hey, like it says in 2 Corinthians 7 chapter, you know, the kingdom of heaven.
Second Peter, that's right there.
You know, the second, you know, the kingdom of heaven is like a narrow path. You got the fire on the one side and the deep water on the other side, and only one man can pass through at a time. You know, so there's gonna be time. So it's like scripture say, you know, you got to work out your own salvation. You know what I'm saying? So if only one man can pass, you know, you got the fire and then you got the water. So it's gonna be a
tightrope.
It's gonna be tough, yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's gonna be a real tough time for us. You know what I'm saying? But like the brother's making the point. You know, we know the end and we know what's gonna happen. And like it says in the Wisdom of Solomon, no torment shall touch us. That we gotta have belief, man. Like the scripture say in the second chapter. Right. You know, like whoever believed in the Most High and been confounded.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So as long as we keep that faith, And then, you know, that's something that I always try and pray about every day. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, please take care of the Akim, keep the faith, so where we all can endure until the end.
Yep.
You know, though willing, we are those men. You know, we are the part of the elect.
That's right.
And that's something that people, or not people, but brothers really gotta think about. Like, man, like Lord willing, you know, you can't just go out there and be saying like, yeah, I'm the elect.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Numbering yourself like that.
That's what Paul said in Philippians.
Yeah.
the 3rd chapter.
Like brothers really like there's you know, I'll say this, I believe there's brothers in GMS that really be thinking like that, you know. But they, you know, it's gotta, you know, brothers gotta really think about, like, Lord, like that's why it says in James, you know, like Lord willing, we do this and we do that.
Absolutely.
You know, so you know, even at this point, I still say Lord willing. You know, Lord willing, like Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing. You know, this brother will do this, and Lord willing, this brother will get better. You know what I'm saying, with his health, or Lord willing, you know, that's why it's important to still keep that humble spirit.
Yep.
You know.
Because I mean, if I can say this too, because you know, that ain't promised just to any person, man. Okay, the Lord knows only the Lord knows who His men truly are, man. You know, we're striving for it, man. Okay, we're trying to endure unto the end. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? You're going through those fiery trials, man, in hopes, you know, to make it. That's what it's all about. Okay.
I gotta piece up real quick. And this is a good prayer too, just to keep you in the right state of mind to go through what we're gonna have to go through, man. This is Psalms 51, and I'll start at 9. Psalm 51 and 9. It says, "Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all mine iniquities." So for one, you gotta constantly pray and beg the Most High to show you mercy, man.
Yep.
Because we're gonna constantly go off in this flesh, but in order to endure the end, the Lord gotta be showing mercy.
Yep.
So you gotta pray for that mercy. And it says, "Create in me a clean heart," or a clean mind. So these are the types of prayers we're supposed to be having as well, man. Because we're in the land where all of this pollution and all these different temptations, man. It's a lot of filth that can enter in your mind 24/7, you know?
That's right.
You one click away of just filth entering your mind. It says, "Create in me a clean heart, O power, and renew a right spirit within me." Mm-hmm. And the scriptures talk about, though the outward man perish, the inward man is renewed day by day.
Right.
You know? That's what you got to pray for, that the inward man is renewed day by day. So I can continue to serve you, Lord. So I can continue doing the work. So I continue to be in the spirit, to be a brother. So on and so forth. Here's the point right here. It says, verse 11, "Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me."
Yep.
And you can't take this word for granted, man. The Lord can take the Spirit from you, man, to where basic milk scriptures you can just forget. And all of a sudden, you just going back, you inching into the world, man. Just out of nowhere. So the Lord can take the Spirit off you, man.
A good example is Saul.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most High took the spirit away from Saul, man.
Sent the evil spirit up on them, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the brother Baniah, man, it said, you know, the Most High put an evil spirit on him. And then he took the kingdom, rent the kingdom from Saul and gave it to David.
Right.
You know, so it can happen to anyone, you know.
You can be replaced. That shows, that's a beautiful point. You know, everybody's expendable in this thing, man. The Lord said he could raise up stones. Because Jacob feel like whatever they doing, even if they're on point, like the Lord really needs you. Get to feeling yourself. Nah, this don't go like that, man. Like if you get moved out the way, this thing gonna continue to go with or without you, man.
Yep.
This is the Most High's program, man. Just like when Judas Iscariot, he betrayed the Lord, guess what happened? They cast a lot on this thing of ours goes, man.
Yep.
So that's the mindset you have to have as well. That's gonna bring a sense of humility towards you.
That's
like
right.
I gotta walk the correct way, man. The Lord could do away with me, you know? He could take the spirit from me. You know?
If I could say this too, that's an example of having fear, man.
Yep.
You know? You'll see people get too comfortable in this thing and act like can't nothing happen and they can't be touched, like they're untouchable, man. And then you'll see next thing you know it, zip, they out. You know, because they lack the fear of the Most High, man.
Right.
You know, they didn't think that they could get touched or get dethroned or get rocked like that. You know?
This really made that point. I remember a few years ago, Romans the 9th chapter, You know, it says it's not of him who willeth or him that runneth, but of whom the Most High showeth mercy. You know, so it's like at the end of the day, the Most High can put the Spirit on you to know scriptures and know this and know that, to where He will just puff you up to where it'll ultimately it'll be your downfall.
Mm-hmm. Right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, those that roughly paraphrasing, they that exalt themselves shall be abased, man. Okay, and they that humble themselves shall be exalted, man. You know what I'm saying? It all goes back to that. You gotta have that humble spirit, man. We shouldn't. Hey, man, if you in that spirit of you a part of the elect, man, that means you comfortable, man. You know, that means you comfortable, man. And you should never get comfortable, man. What does the scripture say about that? Hey, the Most High is coming to search Jerusalem, set it on their leaves, man. You know what I mean? You comfortable if you're in that mindset of thinking that you're a part of the elect, man. That's right. You know what I'm saying? We hoping for those things, man. That's why we're working. That's why we see brothers putting up videos, man. Right. Coming out here and all kind of in the elements, man. Preaching the word, man, to hopefully be a part of that number, man. You know? And it all goes back to like the brother said earlier, man. You know what I'm saying? You mortifying, man. Okay, killing off that old man. Okay. The scriptures say how whether shall a young man cleanse his ways, like it, roughly paraphrasing, by taking heed to the word, man. Okay, that goes back to that baptism, man. Being immersed, man, in this water, man. Okay, when you clean your clothes, man, you just don't put soap in it and dip it and then it's clean, man. No, you got to constantly dip and scrub. You know what I'm saying? To get that filth out, man. Okay, and that's part of that mortifying, man. You know?
Yeah. Peter talked about that, you know, like the brother mentioned, the real baptism. You know, not the washing away of the flesh, but of a renewing of your conscience. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's what people really don't consider. You know, and especially at these times, we at the end we see the signs that Yahweh had talked about. And second that Ezra had talked about, you know, as well as the other prophets, Isaiah, Jeremiah. All these things are coming to pass, man. We at the end, you know. So we got to consider that, man. We got to consider building ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Looking at brothers, saying like, man, this is. Oh, you got something?
I got something for you. Okay. You can finish over, and then I got you after that.
No, you got it.
Okay, come on. This is Sirach 18 and 20. Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. Going back like the brother said, man. You know, it's the time now that we're examining ourselves, man. Okay. Hey, you know, like the brother said, a brother can point out a flaw. You know what I'm saying? that you may not see, man. Okay, that way you working on it. You start working on that, man. You know what I mean?
Right, and like the brother had mentioned, the brother Yadakai said in Romans the 13th chapter, man, that it's high time to waken out of that sleep. You know, it's gonna come to a time where that window is gonna close to where it's gonna be too late. Yep. You know,
I got one more for you, bro.
You got one more?
I'll let him rock, man. The spirit that moves, so I'm all with it, baby.
This Sirach 18 and 24. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance when he shall turn away his face.
Woo! Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end. Going back to the point, that expectation, man. So I gotta back you up, man. So you gotta basically take heed to your ways, man, knowing that the Lord is gonna destroy this place. But there's a heavy spirit of judgment that's being put in the earth right now, man. We seeing it here and there, but it's really about to turn up, man. And we already know this, so that's why Yahweh Shah said it ain't gonna be no cloak for his people's sins, because the prophets are out preaching the word. The prophecies is all getting broke down, man. We constantly warning of what's coming, man. We warning of the wrath of the Lord. This is 2 Peter 3 and 11. It says, matter of fact, I'm going to start at 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Here's the point. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? And we always break down that word conversation. It's anastrophe in the Greek, which means your conduct. What are you doing on your day-to-day life, man? What are you really about? The scripture says in Matthew the 6th chapter, where your treasure is, there your heart is also, man. So basically, whatever your mind and your spirit's occupied towards, that's what you're really into. If you're into serving the Lord, your mindset for the most part is going to be meditating in the word, praying, you know, building with brothers, preaching, so on and so forth. But if your treasure is within this world, you're going to be focused on things pursuant to the world, man.
Yep.
You know, you're not going to have that balance. Your week is going to be probably 5 times out of the week you're doing worldly shit, and you maybe get a little 1 or 2 days. But on the flip side, it should be the other side of the balance. Even for brothers that's just beginning, at least you have 4 days where you doing works of the Lord, and 3 where you doing idle bullshit. You want to be balanced on the right side at least.
Yeah.
You know?
I
And that balance increases, of course, through your experience as you gain more faith. Go ahead.
It's Colossians, the 3rd chapter, verse 1. It says, if ye be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh.
Right.
Set your affection on those things above, not those things on the earth. You know, so you gotta like the scripture. It's quoting Proverbs the 15th chapter, really. You know, where it says that a wise man seeketh those things that are above, so that he may depart from low beneath. Well, that's right. You know, that's what that brother I mentioned, man.